it's Lydia from Hidden Gem, and today I'm going to talk about choosing the right photos for your online dating profile. There are two key pieces that you need to get right when creating your online dating profile. The first one is your written self-summary about me section, where you talk about, a little bit about who you are and the kinds of things you like to do. And then there are the photographs, right? You want to showcase yourself visually, and you want to give a really good representation of who you are. What I'm going to cover today is a general overview of what you want to accomplish with these photos, and then I'm going to walk you through some do's and don'ts and tips and tricks and things you want to think about when you decide which photos you ultimately use. So the first thing you want to do is portray what you look like and what you look like today, not what you look like 5 or 10 years ago. Show people what you look like. I mean, it's as simple as that, you guys, and own it. Own who you are, okay? A lot of people use pictures of themselves when they're younger because they were maybe a little skinnier, they had more hair, they still had their dark hair and not gray hair, they had less wrinkles. But here's the thing, we're all human. We all experience those same things. We all gain and lose weight. We all start getting gray hair. We all start losing hair. It happens to everybody. So just own it and be okay with it. Because if you use those photos and that's what somebody thinks you look like, and then you go out on a date with somebody and they see you and they see that you don't look like the person in those photos, they're going to think to themselves, wow, this person is a liar and this person is ashamed of themselves. You don't want either of those things. The second thing you want to accomplish is your approachability. One of the toughest parts of online dating is initiating conversation. If you give the appearance that you're not easy to talk to, then people aren't going to start conversations with you. They're going to think you're standoffish, distant, maybe cold, angry, bitter. It's going to give a negative vibe. So whatever that negativity is, that's the fundamental underlying thing that's happening when you don't smile or you just don't have light in your eyes or you look unhappy for some reason. You want to be approachable. You want to give somebody a reason to start a conversation with you. The third thing you want to do is portray a representation of what it would be like to be in your company. What can somebody expect to be doing if they're hanging out with you? Find photos of the camera being there when you're doing something instead of doing something for the camera. If you're somebody who likes to shop at the farmer's market, right? Go with a friend, have them take a photo of you picking out, broccoli, whatever. If you're an avid skier, show that picture of you, just, out on a ski slope somewhere. If you're a hiker and you just climbed a mountain, take a picture of having done that. If you're a boater, a picture of you on a boat. Things that you do often enough so that it will come to no surprise if you one day invite somebody to do that with you. So now you have a good understanding of what you want to accomplish with your photos. So now it's time to pick them out. I recommend picking 4 to 6. You don't want too few and you don't want way too many. If you only use 1 or 2 photos, the reaction you're going to get is, what is this person trying to hide? If you use way too many, it's way too intense. No one wants to spend time clicking through 20 of your photos. You don't need to do that. So 4 to 6 and add a little variety to them. The first thing I mentioned, using the photo that represents what you look like. This can be a selfie if you have a really great one. If you want to differentiate yourself from other people, then don't do the selfie, okay? A lot of people these days are even getting professional photos of themselves taken, and I think that's great. You don't have to necessarily invest in that if you don't want to. Find a friend with a good camera and do a little mini photo shoot of your own, or you know, even with your cell phone. As long as you're being you in the photo and it clearly shows, you know, what you look like. I don't know, I think, you know, if you want to go get, you know, professional photos of yourself taken, how often do we do that? It's kind of fun. And there's versatility in those photos. You can use them in your LinkedIn profile, your Facebook profile, and you don't have to just use them for dating. Another thing to consider when choosing photos is what's in the background of them. This one is huge. What else is around you? Like if you're in your house, what's in the background in your house? What are other people gonna see? Be conscious of if there's other people in the background of your photo. Just be aware of what's in the background of your photo. People judge, and you want to aim for neutral to something really nice. Okay, you don't want that judgy reaction that can so easily come out in anything, right? So you don't want to go there. If you're in your house, make sure there isn't junk all over the place. You want to be your best selves. None of us are perfect, but in this case, you just want to portray your best self. Pets, this is another one that comes up, and I think it's an okay thing to have a picture of yourself with your dog or your cat. This is a personal preference. I get a lot of kickback on this one, but the thing is, if your dog or your cat is an important part of your life, or your bird or whatever, your snake, whatever your pet is, show that. You know, you are who you are. If you have a dog, you have a dog. If you have a cat, you have a cat. So, you know, if you don't want to risk dating somebody who is deathly allergic to cats, then you just eliminated that right off the bat with that photo. Sunglasses, hats, big no-no with photos. However, there is some wiggle room with that. You know, like I mentioned before, you know, if you're out on a sailboat, if you just got to hike to the top of that mountain, you're probably going to be wearing some gear. And that's okay, because the point of that photo isn't the what you look like photo, it's the what am I gonna do when I hang out with this person photo. The far away and landscape type photos, there's just no point in doing that. You know, if it is you at the top of a mountain, have the focus really be more on you and not of the mountain. If photography is a hobby of yours, then share your photos on your Instagram, not on your dating profile. People may be impressed with your beautiful photos, but that's not going to give me any information about you and about dating you and what it will be like to hang out with you. And, you know, if you can take a photo of a beautiful sunset, that's awesome. That's for showing me later after we've gotten to know each other, not your introduction. Lastly, I think a big no-no is the too much skin photograph. Guys, keep your shirts on. Girls, let's not go with the bikini picture. You got a hot bod, you're a sexual person, that's awesome. I'm not trying to knock that, but leave something left to be desired. Give somebody something to work for, especially if you want somebody to like you for the inside and not just the outside. Err on the side of caution with that one. I say just don't do it. Not if you're looking for a mature person who wants a serious long-term relationship. Save that for later, after you get to know each other. Alright, so that's it. That's the basic general approach that you want to take when choosing your profile pictures, okay? It's really important to get that right. If you have any questions for me, message me. I'm happy to answer your questions. I'm happy to look at your photos and give you my thoughts. At the end of the day, you don't have to overthink it. You don't have to go nuts. But you do want to put some thought into it and some consideration and get it right the first time. So thank you so much for watching me today and letting me drop the knowledge on you. And I will be back again. Talk to you soon. Bye.